that there are four acts that we share with animals or with all beings around the earth. The first one is fear, the second one is hunger, the third is sleep, and the fourth is sex. These four activities are common to all beings on earth.
Okay.
There's fear, there's hunger, there's sleep, and there's sex.
Right.
So Gurudev says that we need to rise above all of these four activities, transcend these activities, and the transcendence from these activities will separate us from animals. So
Okay.
while sex is important for procreation, it is not an act that one should deeply involve oneself in. It should be one's continuous effort to try and transcend this desire. And what I understand from Gurudev's discourse, right from the start, from all the 8 years that I've been here, is that Gurudev says that one should not reject anything that happens in one's life.
Okay.
Gurudev says that the material and the spiritual always go hand in hand with each other. You cannot neglect either to sort of transcend each.
Okay. You mean you can't neglect them, reject them, or whatever.
Yeah. So if you want to transcend, it's the same way that if you want to quit alcohol, don't give up alcohol. Drink as much as you want, but do the mantra and see that the tendencies that demand that will subside automatically. So it's the same way with sexual activity. If you think that you are involved in a very high amount of sexual activity, you'll find that it is subsiding gradually.
Okay. Well, we know that if there's no sex, that something turns to ojas.
Yes.
But is there a benefit to not sleeping and not eating? Like, does something turn to something else, or?
Yes, with Gurudev, I know he's going to say, Gurudev, ये पूछ रहे हैं कि ठीक है मैं सेक्स का तो समझ गया, लेकिन नींद और भूख को अगर से ऊपर उठते हैं तो उसका क्या फायदा होता है?
ऐसा है ये, योगी के लिए नींद जो है ना, मतलब ज़्यादा सोना अच्छी नहीं है। गीता में कहा है ना कि ज़्यादा सोना, न ज़्यादा जागना, न ज़्यादा खाना, न कम सा खाना, मतलब सम में चलना चाहिए। और योगी तो यहाँ तक कहते हैं 5 मिनट सो रहे तो वो 8 घंटे के बराबर नहीं रह रहे। तो नींद जो है आलस, उससे कम बचना चाहिए। जितने मतलब ये जो रिस्टोरेशन की जरूरत है आदमी को, उतना बरकरार।
Gurudev has just explained about sleep. What he says is that it should be our effort to be conscious all the time, spiritually conscious. And by being asleep, you're cut off from that sort of reservoir of consciousness.
Yeah.
So even the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita also says that each human being should eat and sleep only in proportion, and it should not be too much or too less.
Yeah.
One should sleep only so that the body restores its energy. So for a yogi, even 5 minutes of sleep is enough to restore his lost energy, his or her lost energy.
Right, right.
So that accounts for sleep. आदमी अगर भूख पे विजय पा ले,
नहीं, भूख तो उतना ही खाना चाहिए, इतना सादा भोजन रहना चाहिए, इसका आराम से पचा सके, एज के अनुसार वो सोचे करते रहना चाहिए। अब मैं जो वो चीज़ें नहीं खा सकता जो खा रहा था पहले। इस तरह जो जो एज कम होती है, सिंपल और सादा भोजन समझ, और मीट शराब से तो ये छूट जाता है। इस नाम से मीट शराब तो छूट ही जाता है सभी का। कितने लोगों को छूट अभी इंडिया में?
लेकिन इससे ऊपर उठने का फायदा क्या है?
ऊपर उठने कोई मतलब नहीं।
जैसे गंगाईनाथ जी के बारे में आपने बताया था।
हाँ, वो नहीं खाते नहीं थे।
हाँ, तो उसका फायदा पूछ रहे हैं।
उसका फायदा ये है कि वो 5 तत्व है जो ना, आकाश, वायु, जल, पृथ्वी, अग्नि, डायरेक्ट नेचर से लेता है। क्रूड फॉर्म में नहीं लेता तो फिर उसको कोई थकावट नहीं आती, नींद नहीं आती। पांचों तो आदमी का शरीर 5 तत्वों से बना है, आकाश, वायु, जल, अग्नि, पृथ्वी। हमारा वो उपनिषद कहता है, पर आकाश से वायु प्रकट हुई है, फिर उससे अग्नि, अग्नि से जल, जल में से पृथ्वी। इस प्रकार वो परम सत्ता पृथ्वी से हम पैदा हुए, उसको उल्टो तो वापस आकाश तत्व में चले जाते हो। तो यहाँ ध्यान करने से वो डायरेक्ट लेता है, फिर योगी को जरूरत नहीं। गुरुदास ने 10 साल
Buddha says that if one is able to conquer hunger, hunger brings on a sort of laziness. So if you are able to conquer hunger, you should always remain energized and always concentrated on your sadhana. Food is a form of distraction. So he says that until you come to that stage, that we had spoken about Kantakup Siddhi.
Yeah.
So until we come to that stage, your meditation will help. Meditation will bring about a change in you, wherein certain foods that are not good for your body or that are harmful for your body will leave you.
Yeah.
And you'll start eating food only that which is nutritious to your body, and you won't overeat. And so he says that when you have something like the Kantakup Siddhi, you consume the 5 elements in a subtle form. So he says that the Upanishads say that we are made from 5 elements.
Yeah.
And starting with Akash, from Akash came Vayu, Vayu's wind, from Vayu came Agni, and then from Agni came Jal. From Agni came Jal, and then from Jal came Prithvi, that's earth. Jal is water.
Right.
And we were all born from Prithvi. So if we attain something like the Kantakup Siddhi, you reverse the process. That you go back from earth to Jal, to Agni, then to Vayu, and then to Akash. So you reverse the trend, you go back to that form from which you were created, from Akash.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Does that answer your question sufficiently? Or do you still have...
No, I think that's a good answer, basically. Yeah.
And as far as sexual activity is concerned, like we discussed before, that what Gurudev had mentioned earlier as well was that if the activity is between 2 people whose level of consciousness matches, it in fact enhances their spiritual progress.
Oh, really?
Yes, but if they are of opposing energies, then it might cause a downfall for both. But if you're conscious enough, you will meet someone who matches your level of consciousness.
Oh, but okay.
So do you understand? If you meet someone who does not match your level of consciousness, then your sexual activity actually drains you of energy.
Sure, it'd be just like eating it's just like any of those other things you talked about. Eating, it would do the same thing. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, well, cool. There's really nothing to do just to keep the mantra going and
yes. It's
over
actually
time.
very effortless kind of a yoga. You don't need to put in any kind of effort, and which is what confounds most people, is that if they don't need to do anything, they feel confused, then what am I supposed to do? But what Gurudev says is all you need to do is do the mantra, do the meditation, and let the Shakti take over. Don't use your mind to take over it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.